Come on.
Football Power Hour.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, here we are after match day 10. Game week 10 concluded yesterday, and I think it's safe to say that Ruben Amorim has a mountain to climb. Hey, Ruben Amorim has a lot of work cut out for him, and yesterday, the match versus Chelsea was just a reminder. It was just a reality check. It was a rude awakening. Big up to everybody that is here that is just talking about, we're talking about this Manchester United 1 and Chelsea Football Club 1. We're going to do the thing that we always do on this channel and give every player a match grade and then just talk about sort of just like the team performance. And this is the time to just reflect because I think we were frustrated yesterday because of the nature of the game. It's something that like crossed my mind a lot when I went to bed yesterday that like we're so close to just scooping at 3 points, but at the same time, let's not get it twisted. You may want to hear this, you may not want to hear this, but Chelsea Football Club are currently a better team than us. They're in the top 4. And let's be honest, they have scored 20 goals in the Premier League so far. So in retrospect, I think we actually did all right to manage to stop a team that has scored almost the most goals in the season. I think the only team that has scored more goals than Chelsea so far is Spurs with 22 goals. So let's be real. Let's be actually sincere and genuine. We did all right to get away with a point yesterday. There's some people that like to hide under the guise of standards. Why your standards? Why you, bro? Where is your reality check? If you're one of those people, unfortunately, I got to tell you right now that Ruud van Nistelrooy is not a miracle worker. He cannot turn water into wine. He is not Jesus. So this team is the same team that was playing a few weeks ago under Eric Ten Hag. So, we did all right to get away with a point versus Chelsea. Anyway, my name is Botswana Papi. Big up to you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for hitting the like button. I see the waiting room, Yale, Ramek, and men like Manj as well. Let's start this show. And I'll put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join me on the player grades. And let's talk about it, man.
Football Power Hour. Winning it again for Manchester United.
I want to just quickly say big up to Yale saying, yo, Yale says, well, it's a very tiny mountain. Yep, 2 meters tall. Very tiny mountain, Yale. What do you mean? Tiny mountain. Are you being sarcastic? Because I think Amorim, if we're going to the things I want to talk about this game and from a global perspective, the things that I feel like I'm missing is one, we need a deep lying passer, somebody who can actually give the ball to the front forward, the attackers in the right weight of pass, like somebody like Ericsson but more mobile. Somebody like Ericsson who does not also compromise the team defensively. That's one thing that's missing. Another thing is we might need a little bit more creativity in terms of our wingers. I think we need to get a right winger that is going to be an actual right winger and give competition to the right wing. The reason why I say this is because I want to see, while we still have him, I want to see Garnacho on the left and Rashford on the left battling out for that position. I don't want to see this thing where we're shoehorning Rashford to the right. I'm honestly getting tired of it. And I just want to see, left wingers or players that are good on the left wing being on the left wing, and then we have Ahmad and somebody who can contest that position with Ahmad on the right wing. That is my two perspectives on a overview perspective on the game, because at the end of the day, we weren't too far away from a 3 points. We just needed to be more clinical. We just needed to be able to progress that ball a little bit better. um Obviously, we talked about yesterday the good performance from Mazraoui, and I think today the flowers still have to continue. But when you actually zoom out, Caicedo is finally showing why he's worth the money that Chelsea paid for him. Because if you think about it, Caicedo he doesn't score a lot of goals. I think he scored 2 goals for Chelsea, and the other goal that he scored last season was contender for goal of the season. It was a long range. It might have been versus Everton or something like that. And for me, that's something that's the beginning of, like, Caicedo starting to really, really bail his team out. That when the attackers fail, you look to the midfield. Just like when Man City have Rodri step up anytime the attackers are failing. Caicedo is starting to sort of grow into that role. He's not Rodri yet for Chelsea, but he is showing why sometimes you have to just pay and don't speak. Not only that, but you have to also have patience for your deep lying midfielders. You have to have patience for some players to gel in and actually put that stamp in the team. So Caicedo, overall man of the match, and I'm starting to see why anybody would pay such money for him. There's a couple of statistics that I want to just touch on about the game. And like, if I'm sure you may or may not know this, but there's a like, we pretty much had about the same number of shots between Chelsea and Man United. We had 11 shots, they had 12. But from those shots that we took, we actually had a higher XG, almost 2. It is Our XG is 1.96 and Chelsea's was 1.53. Looked at that and I was like, hold on a second. For a team that's struggling, this is actually not bad. Look at this. Look at this. Let me put it up on the screen so you see exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that. Isn't that kind of something to remark at and say, wow, we also had more shots on target than Chelsea. One more shot on target. We had about the same number of touches in the opposition box. So maybe something, something in here is like, there's something to salvage from this performance. Even though obviously I know we would have wanted to get the 3 points, there could be something to salvage from this. Manchester United is obviously the red side. You can see we have had also we committed a little bit more fouls, 5 more fouls. We had half the number of corners. So at the end of the day, what the corner kicks. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Chelsea Football Club have a weird corner routine. Let me see if I can pull up that picture. I know they scored from a corner, but this corner tactic, we have to talk about it. We cannot just ignore it before we talk about the game. Look at this, guys. I was like, what in the conference meeting is going on when Chelsea, like, the players congregate? And I was like, are these guys talking about who's going to get what hairstyle they're going to get or what? They do this right before the corner kick is taken. And then they just like run. What, sir? You're a Chelsea fan. What is this conference all about?
This is we call it convene to confuse.
Look at Lisandro Martinez. Ugarte is holding his shirt. Like, what are they doing? Licha is like also asking Hoyland, what is going on here?
Like, let's get together and confuse the opposition.
Well, I guess it kind of worked because he scored from a corner kick, right? Eventually, after 8 corners. This was wild. This was wild. I'd never seen anything like this.
We do it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, this season.
It's in
all our-
Maresca.
It's
It's
the
a
new. We hired the guy from Brentford.
the set piece coach
The
from Brentford.
Yeah, the Brentford set piece coach.
Got you. Well, yeah, it's something to just like say, what the hell?
We don't have the height to go direct, so we have to confuse.
It's a
Yeah, we have to do
conquer by confusing.
Yeah,
Oh
that's-
gosh. Craziness, if you ask me. Craziness, if you ask me. Anyway,
Who was talking about the XG?
I was talking about the XG.
What
We
about
actually
it?
had a higher XG than
Bro,
you guys. I
don't
didn't
let-
know that.
Don't let the XG confuse you. You had
What,
you had a
bro?
penalty. The penalty adds to the XG.
Sure, we earned the penalty.
Oh yes. I'm just saying. You're saying out of the shots you took, you had
Yeah.
a higher XG, but it's not from the shots you took.
I-
Even before the
I
shot,
I didn't
you're-
say that. I said at the end of the game we had a higher XG. And then also look at the number of shots we took. We
Yeah,
took
yeah,
11.
yeah.
You guys took 12.
Yeah, but you're saying from your 11 shots you had a higher XG, and I'm saying you didn't get the higher XG from your 11 shots.
we it got skewed by the penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here, bro.
From open play,
But
if we actually from open play,
they're about the same.
you should, because I think usually a penalty is about 0.8 or something, a penalty XG. So like from open play it would have been about 1.1.
This guy with his XG talk. How much XG is a penalty? Let's see. A penalty chance is 0.76
Yeah,
XG.
0.79.
Okay, all
So
right,
that's
all right.
0.8.
Okay, all right. Get out of here with your XG talk. But the stats don't lie though.
No,
Like
no,
it's like, you know.
you had a higher XG. That one.
So don't try and take that away from us.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, from open play though, you're not always gonna get penalties.
Ten Hag would have said, hey, we had a higher XG anyway.
You know, Ten Hag would have said more. He would have said, "We deserves to win. I'm sorry for you. I don't know what game you watched."
Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm definitely with the enemy. I'm with the enemy right now. For Arten says XG didn't do anything for Ten Hag, you know. For real. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're new, this is what we always do. This right here, you're looking at the Leicester City grades right now. This is, it would look good when we had Bayern Day and we played Leicester, but now it's time for us to talk about Chelsea. Afternoon to Riley Taylor in the building. Afternoon to Pra in the building. Says, enjoy the Deadwood. Guess what? Only until November 11th, Pra. Okay? Once Ruben gets here, once Amorim is in the picture, I think the clearing of Deadwood really, really, really takes effect. So I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and clear this because, wow. Them grades A's and B's are not going to be given today. It's going to be a tough one. And I need the doctor in here to help with this grading session. So big up to H. Don in the building. Happy Monday, by the way, to anybody that's just tuning in. Thank you for being here. It's the start of a new week. Hopefully, you had a good weekend. And before we get to the grades, I mentioned this yesterday. From Roy Keane, a couple of words that stood out in analysis of the game. And he said, this is a long way back for this team. Ruben Amorim should have signed a longer contract. It is not good. Really disappointing performance. Roy Keane also went on to say, this team are way off top four in competing. They are average at everything. I think Roy Keane was so spot on here. The last quote from Roy Keane said, some of these Man United players think they're better than they are. And I think that's the one that really resonated with me because at the end of the day, somebody like Garnacho, I don't know if it's because he was coming from the, Ballon d'Or ceremony or what, but Garnacho for me, like, he just needs to improve his decision making. And I think it's something that consequence of him being so young, consequence of him being, let's not forget, he's only 20 years old. Højlund is only 21 years old. So we have two young guys and two older guys as our attacking front four. because Bruno is obviously in his 30s and Rashford is 27. But if we look at Chelsea's age, Chelsea's average age up front is actually remarkably, at 22, 23. The oldest person is Pedro Neto, who's 24 years of age.
The youngest squad in the history of the Premier
League. Get out of here. Get out of here. How do I sit in this guy in his own house? But Ramek is agreeing with me that like we're sometimes I feel like our frustrations are aimed at like what a developmental like striking force is all about, especially the fact that we signed this is on Ineos. We signed a young Xerxes, young Hoyland. We have a young, well, even though Hoyland came before Ineos, but you get what I mean. It's like the profile of players that we've been looking for is mostly young. So that will come with its ups and downs, because while players are developing, there'll be moments where they impress you and there'll be moments where they depress you. And yesterday was just one of those moments. So it's one of those things we should take into context when we look back at this game. Anyway, the link is in the chat for anybody that wants to join in. Let me go ahead and start with Andre Onana. Andre Onana is somebody for me that actually I wouldn't put him at fault for that goal that Caicedo scored, because at the end of the day it was a second ball from a corner kick that we should have won. We should do better with these things, and if I remember correctly, it went through the legs of somebody. It might have been Mudryk. And other than that, there was a few times where I felt like Onana's like long passing could have been better. And I'm gonna just say that long passing could have been better. And other than that, he wasn't really tested a lot, He did it. They didn't I didn't see Cole Palmer shooting from distance, or maybe forcing Onana to make a world-class save. I didn't see, even Pedro Neto really testing Onana. So I want to go ahead and give him just a B minus. A B minus, I think, is a grade that is fitting for Onana. I will open the line. I will invite somebody in here and see if you disagree or agree with me. So the other person that was in there was Lisandro Martinez. Obviously, he was playing center back along De Ligt. He was not deployed on the left wing this time, thank goodness. And Licha, for me, he used the ball a little bit better than most of his teammates. But there was something that was not like fluid about Licha, there was, I like the fact that he was reading the game well, and cleaning up. Like I remember he made a sliding tackle after I believe might have been Garnacho who had lost the ball. So like Licha for me, I'll go with another B minus, Let's be fair. He was lucky not to be booked for the Palmer tackle. But that doesn't take away. He mopped up defensively. So big shout out to Lisandro Martinez for that. De Ligt for me was actually a little bit better than Licha, other than the one moment where he slipped and that created a chance for Enzo. Was it Enzo Fernandez? It might have been. Yeah, I think it was Enzo Fernandez. Like other than that little slip, De Ligt, I think he did really well. Showed really, really good. He was solid. Showed good leadership. And I'm going to give him a B, not a B minus. I think he was just marginally better than Lisandro Martinez. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the chat. Big up to Matata United in the building saying, Papi, why was Onana slowing the game for us? Matata, Was he really slowing the? Was he slowing the game for us? I think, other than the long shots that he had, I think like he was all right. He was all right. At some moments, you need to control the tempo of the game. Ramek agrees, says Licha hasn't been his best this season, and I wonder if it's because like sometimes it's deployed on left back, Ramek, because like we haven't really given him enough chance to build that chemistry with Delict. Anytime he has that opportunity, sometimes he's sent to a different position, and that's maybe a consequence of that. You know, um, Big up to men like Ronald in the building. Let me say Ronald and Riley in the background. I see you guys. Let me see. Let me go to Dallo. Let me finish the defense and see if any one of you guys agree or disagree. So Dallo for me, um, he was better, a little bit better in the second half, but I didn't see much offensively. I didn't see him being called into question defensively. You know, he actually like was struggling a little bit with Neto. Kind of got the better of him actually. Neto kind of cooked him. He got booked. Dallo got a yellow. Obviously, like as a fullback, sometimes you that those things will happen. But at the end of the day, he had a limited influence on the game, offensively and defensively. So Dallo, I'm gonna give him a B minus. B minus, B minus. And the last person that was on the defense is Mazarawi. Ah, that guy is, as I said to Joe yesterday, we robbed Bayern Munich. They can send us an invoice, and he's gonna get an A minus from me. Mazarawi, if you saw the stats, like he has had 5 successful take-ons. He's had he won more duels, made more tackles, and completed more take-ons than any other player against Chelsea. That for me is just class. Big up to Mazraoui. Matter of fact, it should be an A, honestly. But we're going to leave it at A minus. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let's start with men like Ronald in the building. Big up, bro.
Big up, broski. Big up, broski. How are you today?
Man, feeling good, feeling better, feeling,
Are you safe?
I'm
home?
safe. I'm safe. In a Chelsea household still.
You're still there?
I'm still there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Blink twice whenever you feel you're not safe.
I will. I'll blink twice and let you know.
Now, Pot FC is an amazing host. I know the guy is sound. He's a great guy, bro. Like
Yeah.
one of the level, like apart from Riley, I know Riley's kind of a young G, right?
Yes.
But Poch knows what he's talking about. He was right about Poch in the back in the day. I've had different conversations with him off stream. So yeah, you're safe. You're safe. You're gonna be
yeah,
fine. It's just banter.
but do you disagree with any of these grades on the defense?
No.
Yeah, that all right. This is the first time. Come on.
I'm just pissed at a certain fan base, like the United fan base, part of the group that I'm pissed at. The fact that people are saying that yeah, fair enough, my thoughts on Garnacho and everything. And people are bigging up Casemiro for doing what he did yesterday. That's amazing as well.
Yes.
But my concern is Bruno was doing that last season to Garnacho, to not Garnacho, Rashford, and he was called a moaner. They were saying he's just moaning in the pitch. Why is he moaning?
Yeah. I get it. I think
Because
the
here's the thing.
frustration was more about Bruno towards the referees. When you do it to your own players, then
No, he was doing it to our own players. He was doing it to Rashford, and people were
and
like,
the
why is
referees.
he complaining? Because apparently Bruno was not performing at his best, right? Now,
Mm,
here's the thing. People only are one-dimensional because they remember what Casemiro did to Garnacho. Fair enough, kudos. I appreciate that. But you don't need one leader in a squad. You need a few leaders because there would be times when a leader needs to be G-checked as well. Because yesterday I remember, if you remember, I don't know if you remember or not, you saw the game entirely or not, but if Poch FC is around you, he would tell you this as well. Onana gave a pass directly to Casemiro. Casemiro fumbled it, and somehow it was going to land to a Chelsea player. The player just took a shot, it went out. That was a saving grace. If
yeah,
the player did not actually, you know, control, if he had controlled the ball and gone straight at the goal, that was a goal, bro. Because Onana ain't saving that. And
true.
Casemiro was caught off guard. So you need
Mm,
another leader to G-check that leader, right? So you
yeah.
need a few people in there who can talk to each other in a certain type of way.
Mm. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I think that's
And
partially what's been missing in this whole like squad. Like we can't just have one leader. We need more leaders. It's not the leader is not only the person with the armband. That's how you actually build like a team where there's like a mentality. You need those like senior
our
figures,
fan base is very much
guys.
accustomed to our fan base is very much accustomed to the Roy Keane kind of a
Yeah,
leader, right?
yeah,
Because that they feel like is the one who's going to bring them back to glory. The thing is, I think right now in this season, it's the good cop, bad cop approach.
yeah.
The bad cop is kind of Casemiro because if you see the clip again, you will see Bruno right behind Casemiro asking Garnacho to stay there on the ball, to go
Mm,
back and stay on the ball, not to allow them to take it quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's not moaning at him for what he's not done the track back because obviously we know Casemiro has already told him. But how many times did Casemiro tell Rashford to track back? Has he not shared the pitch with him?
I hear
Have we
you.
not seen Rashford not track back? But no one says nothing to Rashford. Well,
Yeah,
he's a senior player, right?
yeah, yeah.
So you need a few leaders in that team, and that will happen with time. I'm
So,
glad we're coming back to that because I absolutely loved it when Bruno was doing it last season. So I'm
yeah,
glad Casemiro has done it. I would want to see more of it from De Ligt, Martinez,
100%.
Casemiro,
Yes,
Bruno.
yes,
I want them four in the spine to actually tell people what they need to do.
100%, 100%. So what grade does Casemiro get from you
For yesterday's performance,
for yesterday's performance? Man United
B
versus
plus.
Chelsea, B plus. I think that's fair.
Actually, B.
You
Actually,
know,
B.
you know that pass, the way we won the penalty was the pass from Casemiro to
Yeah,
Hoyland.
I know he did a brilliant pass, but I
Yeah,
also know that because of what he did, we could have actually lost the game as well.
true, true. Yeah, he did survive a few dodgy moments. Big up for that one. Okay.
This season, he's
Yeah.
had enough dodgy moments himself. The Liverpool game was all on his head,
Let's not talk about that one.
right?
Let's not
So
talk about that
we
one.
need a few leaders in the team. That's why I'm saying a few. We don't need one. We need
Right.
a few leaders to,
Yeah.
kind of bring the balance in.
Yes.
Uh, Bruno for me, I'll give my
Let's start Ugarte first before Bruno, and
okay.
then I wanna
Uh,
bring the doctor after that. Yeah,
okay. So I'll give Ogate and Bruno if that's okay with you.
sure.
Ogate for me was a B minus. Is
Okay.
B minus better than B
No,
or is it weaker to B?
it's weaker to be. Come on.
Yes, give that because what he did yesterday was very good with the tenacity and the amount of tackles he was putting in. But you
Mhm,
have to keep in mind that you have to be very smart with your tackles in Premier League. This
mhm,
is not the French league.
mhm,
Over here, you will catch a stray for nothing.
mhm.
Yesterday, you got a yellow card, which was well deserved in what he did because I think it was Cole Palmer, if I'm not wrong, who was
Yeah.
out with the ball.
Yeah.
he was just going to free flow through. So I'm glad he actually took that yellow card for the team. But after that, you need to understand how you need to tempo yourself. Because if you continue doing the tackles you're doing, you're going to get another yellow card and you're out.
Yeah.
We cannot, right now in the current situation, we cannot afford to have a red card because we don't have players. Yesterday, we couldn't change the midfield from Bruno Ogate to Cassie to someone else. We didn't have a player in midfield.
True.
We had three senior managerial position people, Rude, Rene Hake, and Darren Fletcher, talking to each other. Who do we put in the midfield? Because they didn't have an option.
Yeah, it was Jack Fletcher, bro. It was, and that's
No, they were talking to Darren Fletcher. Again, are you willing to take that risk of throwing a young kid in that game? I'm not sure.
Not against
Right?
Chelsea. Not against
Exactly.
Chelsea. Yeah.
And not at this tempo of a game where we are at around like 83rd, 84th minute. I
Yeah.
think 83rd minute is the second tackle he does, a crazy one
Yeah.
on Caicedo.
Yeah.
So he needs to kind of control that. And for that itself, I'm giving him B- because you have a guy right beside you who can teach you all about it.
Yeah.
So just take some extra training sessions with him to understand and learn how should I move, what should I do, how should I avoid. I know in the Premier League he might not be the best example for you because he himself has collected so many cards, but you can still learn and improve.
Okay, I hear it. In review, hold on. Big up, happy Monday, by the way, to anybody that's joining in the stream. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Courtney French, big up yourself. Courtney says Onana should be given a C grade. That pass to Casemiro was criminal. That goal he could have saved, but reaction time is slow. Ooh. What do you think
No, he
about?
could not. He could not have saved the goal. It was too much of a judgment over there because on one side you could think that the ball's going to hit Mudryk and it's going to go somewhere else, so you're going to stay up on your feet. But then the moment it leaves Mudryk's legs, you have to now fall down. Because if he falls down and the ball touches Mudryk's leg and go up, it's a clear header of a goal.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like a C is harsh, Courtney. I feel like a C is harsh, but B minus and C, they're too far away anyway. But I get what you mean. All right, let's finish up with Bruno, and then I want to
for Bruno, good pen, but that's what we expect out of you. So C.
I'm still wondering if Bruno's shot is still in the air right now.
You know what? Make it a D.
No, not the D.
No,
really?
Okay, I'll give you my reasons, right? So Bruno had a very good first 25 minutes.
Yeah.
The second, in the first half, last 20 minutes was not good enough. We didn't control the tempo of the ball. We did not break. Again, you have to keep in mind, I'm going to tell you things that I would expect from him, right? So that was the first thing. That was a positive. The positive was the pass that he did to Xerxes. The positive was the penalty. But that's about it. The negative, on the other hand, is if you know both of your midfielders are on yellow cards, you come back, you fall back, and you help them out. I have seen you play as a center back as well. You are the captain. You lead from the front.
Okay.
You need to lead by example. You should not be celebrating penalties anymore. You should actually be humble, go back and just start until you score the goal you rightfully have scored in the past. We have seen you score amazing goals.
Yeah.
I need more leadership from him in regards to what Casemiro was doing. Back it up. If that's your vice captain in the team, back it up. Obviously, don't make it. Don't make it up like it's going to be a problem on the pitch, but just call out when things need to be called out. Lastly, composure on the ball. If you're in the dying minutes, 89th minute, I understand you might be too eager to finish the game, but that chance could have won us the game. It was a 2-1 easy. Composure is lacking in him. He needs to all he need to do was either take a touch, a slight touch, and then bury the ball in any top corner of your choice.
100%, Ronald. 100%. Bruno, composure. I love that word, Ronald. He's such a difficult character to judge because, at the end of the day, did well, especially, of course, as he mentioned, the penalty was excellent. Guys, I don't know if you saw this. I showed it to Joe Blackman yesterday, but Bruno Fernandes, when he was taking the penalty, hey, you know how people call us Hope and Pray FC? This is what Casemiro and Onana were doing. They were saying a prayer that moment. And, it's kind of crazy because, part of me still feels like, because I watched Spurs 2 weeks ago. James Madison was about to take a penalty. And then he just had a split second. He was like, you know what? I'm a midfielder. My forward needs this more than anything. And he gave the penalty to Richarlison to take. And Richarlison scored it, So there was part of me that was like, Bruno, but you need to be also like stat padding like this, give this penalty to Højlund. But then, it's one of those things that I keep on going back and forth about in my head. But I feel like, the nerves were too high. If had Højlund missed that, that would have been another all hell breaks loose. Anyway, let's hear what Doctor thinks about.
You know what?
What?
Let me just say this. If Bruno had given that thing to Højlund and Højlund missed it, I swear I would have cussed him out.
You would have been like, Captain, no, don't do that.
Give me 1 second. I have to open the door. Just one. Oh my God. I'm going to mute myself.
Hopefully it's not Bruno knocking on your door. Yeah, it's such an interesting performance to judge. So such a mixed bag of fruits, because he was dispossessed 2 times. Bruno Fernandes, he had 0 out of 3 accurate long balls. Yo, Zero. Let's see, accurate crosses 1 out of 7. That's really bad.
Right.
These stats are not looking good. Like the individual stats for Bruno, they're not looking good. Yeah, 7 passes into final third. That's okay. All right, cool. But he won 10 duels and lost 9 duels. Yeah, the individual, I think it's going to C-. Doctor, what do you think about the C for Bruno?
Yeah, I did say C+ at first, but when you read that out,
yeah,
I agree. C-.
C-.
He's lucky he's getting away with not like a D or something like that.
Yeah, it's because of the penalty. Like he scored the pen, but it's when you look at his individual stats, they're not looking superb though. Box says he set up 3 big chances. What are we talking about?
It's not his. Yeah, but it's not his fault. They didn't land the chances. Yeah.
Look at Box's comment too. Like Rashford, when he hit the bar, it was Bruno.
That's Rashford. That Rashford should get an E for that.
But Bruno did his part. He did his homework.
That's why he's getting a C. That's why he's getting a passing grade for the goal and for the assist.
We're gonna settle for just a C.
Because I said, let's take all of that out.
Yeah.
And think about it. What else did Bruno do? And maybe he spoke to Garnacho and was like, "Get your mind in the game."
Yeah.
Let's take all of that out for 75 minutes of the game. What were you doing? You're the captain. I should see you.
Yeah, it's such a difficult performance to judge, but I think he took our corners as well, because there was no Eriksen and we had 4 corners, and I didn't really see any corner that felt like we were about to score something. You know what I mean? He couldn't find De Ligt. Like when Eriksen takes corners, he finds De Ligt. He finds Casemiro sometimes.
Oh, I was just about I was gonna say, every time Eriksen plays a corner, there's a shot on target end or a goal.
Yeah.
Look at European night. Which one?
Yes.
Which one was it? The last European game we played, Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce, yes.
I think did Maguire score that day? Was that the day he saved us from?
Are you confusing?
Which one was a 3-3?
Are you confusing that one with is it? No, was it Porto? Wait, let's see.
I think it was Porto. That Harry Maguire scored in the last minute from a corner, right?
Yeah.
And that was Ericsson.
Because Fenerbahce, it was Ericsson who scored. Ericsson has been having a great time in European games.
In Europe, yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever game that was that Harry scored in the last dying minute, it was an Ericsson assist. And I remember it was a corner. But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is that every time Ericsson takes a corner, I know we're gonna make something of something there.
100%. Okay. What?
TFL, yeah. You know, London Transport.
Yes.
They take money from your account at the oddest of times. So I get a notification every time money comes out of my account. So I get the notification, and I thought somebody has sent me money. When I look at the notification, it's Transport for London. London Transport. And those who live in the UK know what I'm talking about.
Maybe the Glazers are running it.
Oh my God.
Ronald just reminded me that one of the corners that he took, it was a short corner, it was a short pass, and I think it ended up in a Rashford chance that he should have buried. And it's a good segue to Marcus Rashford. Let's talk about Rashford's performance. What grade do you want to give Marcus? Like, he hit the woodwork. He should have scored that short corner.
I would give him a D.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
Because there's so many chances he missed, and I feel like I'm just kind of, I mean, I wouldn't give him a C. Him and Garnacho deserve D's.
But
yeah, I think I'm.
Yeah.
Him and I've seen better games, I've seen him have better games. On Thursday, on Thursday, what grade did we give him for Leicester City? Because whatever grade we gave him, is less.
Yeah, I think he got a B- if I remember correctly. Yeah,
definitely deserves a D or something like that. Any people in the comments, please.
D is harsh, but 0 chances created, and you're a winger, and you are a senior winger as well. Senior player. 4 passes into the final third. He was offside once. It's hard to defend Marcus. Honestly, I really, really like. Other than him hitting the woodwork, it's good thing Luen is not here. Let's leave it at a D. All right. Then let me ask also, big up to anybody that's tuning in. I see some more people have just come into the chat. Let me see what Ronald has to say about Marcus Rashford as well. Ronald.
Yeah, that guy, that fraud, bro. You guys are talking about missing chances. Everyone's pissed at Garnacho, and rightfully so. Garnacho, in my opinion, is supposed to be a super sub. I am pissed at Rashford because he should be in the position that Garnacho is playing. We should not be relying upon a 20-year-old because we have a senior 27-year-old lacking off.
Yeah. To be fair, he did just turn 27, so.
Bro, the guy is playing on the right side, out of position. Is that out of position for him? To a certain degree, yes. So fight back for your position on the left, because you started the game on the left. Bots, let's be honest. I know you did not watch the game, but
I watched the first. I missed the first half that I watched. I got a chance to watch it.
Yeah, at the end of the first half, Rashford missed.
By that part, I was seeing it live. By the time, like the last 5 minutes of the first half.
Yeah.
Yep. So So but before that, it feels like he didn't do much, you know,
Bro,
so
he did not do enough. Not much is forgetful. He did not do enough. Like,
Exactly.
I'm just not sure what he exactly did in the game to impact the game in a positive way.
yeah, for me, zero chances created is tough to defend. If you're a winger, either you're creating chances or you're taking chances, and he didn't take his chances and he did neither. So yeah, D is fitting. Okay, let's go to Hoyland.
Hoyland, I want to give a C because I feel like um uh, he's seen better days. He did get us that penalty,
Mhm.
and that's about it. You know.
In a dodgy way, by
Yeah.
the way. Let's be real. Let's not lie to ourselves. Hoyland, he got like he got bailed out by Sanchez. Sanchez making that
Yeah.
mistake.
Oh.
Like, Hoyland wasn't going to score the
Oh.
penalty. He was
Wait.
going to probably
Yeah. Wait.
save the ball and find a pass. But
Yeah. But
yeah.
let me just say, at the end of this, we're gonna grade Sanchez too because he's part of a team.
That is funny. Doctor. Let me sum you up for that funny joke. Let's see. Riley, pick up yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
What do you think Hoyland should get? What grade?
Um, he won you the pen, and I think being reasonable here, I think B plus.
No man. B plus is B plus. What do you think, guys? B plus. Hoyland.
I wouldn't go far as saying B plus, but I
B.
would definitely give him like a B because of the fact that he actually won us a lot of fouls in the final third. There was he won a few fouls in the final third, and bro, oh my God, I hate my fan base. In comparison to Xerxes, I have no idea how man are backing Xerxes at this point, bro. Don't wanna I don't want to slag off a player, but I'm gonna slag off a player, bro. How are you slower than Harry Maguire?
Let's
How?
not get to Zexy yet. Let's not get to Zexy yet because we
Because
need to give Ganacho a grade as well.
Hoyland did well with what he did. Did he miss a chance? Don't think so. Was he in the right positions to be for a chance? I think there was one time when he should have been in position, but he was not. So I can take a point off for that. So it can be a B minus in my opinion. That's the best I could give him, a B minus. Yeah, drop it to a B minus.
I
Doesn't
feel like
get
a B minus is
either.
fitting. Yeah. Doctor, do you disagree with B minus for Hoyland? Doctor, you there?
Oh yes. Sorry. Yeah, B minus is all right.
Yeah. Like he started off good, and then from there he's just out here having a wrestling match with Levi Colwell, and and he kind of just I think by the time he got subbed off, he was tired and he needed to be subbed off. But yeah, we'll talk about the sub. Garnacho.
Let's get to Garnacho because I've been waiting the whole.
Yeah,
he is criminal.
Courtney, tell us what you disagree with, Courtney, because Courtney is disagreeing. All right, go ahead.
See, last week I was saying Dalot is a fraud. Yeah, Dalot is still a fraud. Yeah, but Garnacho is coming to a close second because how do you miss? I don't know whether it's eagerness or what. Is he being too eager? Is it
too eager?
Yo, bots, why are you dropping a grade just because a person said a line and did not add context to it?
Can you justify it, Courtney, please?
Yeah,
because I wanna know why it's a D. Because
what's the justification for a D? Like just because he did not score a goal. So if he scores a goal, he's an A plus. If he doesn't score a goal, he's a D. Make it make sense.
No, the thing is with Hoyland, let's compare Hoyland and Garnacho. Hoyland's game time was a bit more positive than Garnacho. Garnacho was out there, fine. He was running, he was doing the up and down, trying to score, but there's some of these shots he had where I felt like if he had just passed it, I think it was he was supposed to pass to, is it Mazarawi?
Mm-hmm.
And Mazarawi would have had a shot on target and
Yeah.
possible goal.
Or even a really good like cross, because Maserati was
Yes,
he was feeling himself.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he's not making the right he's not making the right split second decision. And I think that has to be coached into him, or he has to learn. And I think that you remember at some point when Casemiro was shouting at him, I think he needs that. He needs that a lot.
God.
You know?
Yeah.
He needs to listen to like Rude, and Casemiro has played with the best of the best in Real Madrid. Listen to him. You know? He needs people like that around him. And yes, Rashford is way old. Like as a senior striker or some like as a senior guy in the team, you have to be able to help Garnacho out.
Yeah. I think so. All that to say, Doctor, is it an F? Is it a D?
An E.
She went with the middle.
Yeah, R10 does say.
I don't given E, but yeah, Garnacho was the first one. You're right. This one was like E is like, you're just above fail. Like he ran around, he did some things,
He has the energy. R10 does say Garnacho was young CR7. Give him a break. He's young. I get it. True. Early days of
he's not actually
Ronaldo,
saying
yeah.
it. He's not actually saying it like that. He's saying, "Give me a break," as in he doesn't actually agree with it. The fact is, you can't give Garnacho, like in my opinion, you should not be giving him an E. At best, it should be a D as well.
Really?
Because did he do some things right? He did do some things right. He was tracking back as well. He was not shit the entire game.
Yeah,
he had his own frustrating moments, right? He had his own frustrating moments, and for that, it should be a D. But
okay,
you can't
maybe it's
pivot
because
the entire 90-minute performance over one shouting that he got from someone like Casemiro. And I would actually like to change Rashford's grade from D to C minus, because I saw one thing positive. Yeah, one thing positive from Rashford yesterday. I just remembered he was actually doing a lot of tracking back. He was literally in the defensive position with Delo.
Maybe it's because I expect better from Garnacho. That's why.
Yeah, and I mean, trekking back and running is like the bare minimum. It's a requirement every time you wear a red shirt. Like it's for me. If
keep it at E. It's all right. Keep it at E. Go E minus if you can.
No, but no, Ronald, do not sulk. Do not sulk. It's just one of those things. I just feel like we need to be like really, really.
That's the whole problem. You guys are expecting something out of people who are not there yet. For me, yes, it's fault. Yes, it's the fault of. No, I couldn't care less. It's 20. He has a child. Stop the age. The age has nothing to do with him.
Okay.
His footballing knowledge is got not. Lamine Yamal is 10 times the player Garnacho is right now, and he's 3 years younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
So age has got nothing to do with it, right?
Okay.
But the thing is, your role in the team was very good as an impact sub. My question goes to Rude. Why are you playing him as a starter? My question to Eric Ten Hag was, why are you playing him as a starter? The player is an impact sub player right now. He will transition into becoming a first team player. You can use him to kind of get a tune out of someone like Rashford every now and then. But if you have an outright right winger who can play the right wing position very well, play Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
Stop benching him. Free Amad Diallo. What does he have to do? Because again, you're trying to put Amad Diallo in the dying minutes of a game to see him react and score a goal. But he is not that guy. He is the ball carrier. He is the guy who likes 1-2 passing. He is the guy who would like to link up the play, put the crosses in, cut back.
Ronald, Luen is listening and driving, and because of that comment on Rashford, she just pulled over to say thank you,
No,
Ronald.
you're welcome. But just change it to like a C, like a C minus would be okay as well. Because he did something different that we have been crying for from his side. Garnacho, I am okay with an E. It's all right. I couldn't care less.
And this, by the way, is just the game on Chelsea. Garnacho has been having an okay season.
No. Garnacho, shit. It's okay. Let's praise the God's favorite child,
No,
Amad Diallo.
no, Ronald. We're not going to do that, okay? Because I'm now realizing you're being sarcastic. As I said before, it takes me a while.
Yeah.
It always takes me a
Sometimes I
while.
don't even get it.
Yeah, it flies over
No,
our
yeah,
heads.
I am being honest. Yesterday, Garnacho, because see, some things are pretty evident. Yesterday, Garnacho, whatever you've written on that board, right, where he was too eager, too selfish, poor decision making, right, should have released it for Amad Diallo. All of that is actually correct. All of that is correct. You cannot defend any of it. You can even just write over there, not tracking back, and it would look all right because yesterday he got yelled at for that.
But it's
So
just
I'm not trying to defend
bro.
him, but I'm trying to say that change his role in the team.
Sure. And that point is taken, like that one we hear. But I
that point
remember
doesn't change the grade.
I remember specifically one moment where I believe it might have been Ahmad who just put it on a plate for him, and then Garnacho hits the ball onto his foot, and and then it just becomes
It
like
was not, again, see your muscle memory, trying to praise the God's favorite child. It was not Amad Diallo. It was Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, I said I think.
Either way,
Don't worry. I said I think. That part. Listen to the larger point, Ronald. Listen to the larger point.
Nah,
the whole
I
point
read
is
between the
he's not
lines.
making.
He had the point here, Ronald, is Garnacho passed the ball to Sanchez. 3 moments where he could have changed the game for us, and he just didn't. That for me is like how we gonna overlook all those things. Like,
And that's why I'm saying, like, when you play Garnacho as an impact sub, right?
yeah.
Again, the raw power he brings to you on the team after like the 70th minute mark or the 65th minute mark. Okay, just think of it this way, right? And you might understand. I'm not trying to defend the E. The E is well deserved. But I'm saying just switch your expectations. You are expecting too much because he's given you goals and assists. But when has he given you goals and assists? When he's come on as an impact sub, not when he started games. He's barely given you goals when he started games in comparison to when he has come on as an impact sub.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you play him after, imagine Reece James, and I think Gusto was taken off, so Kukurea, right? Either of two, how they would have felt, how uncomfortable they would have been after 65th minute mark when this young kid is just coming on.
With so much energy.
Raw power.
Exactly.
With so much energy.
Exactly.
Amad Diallo doesn't bring half the energy in the squad.
No.
He doesn't.
No.
Because he's a ball carrier. He's like Sancho.
On the flip side, Ronald, like it's like this. I feel like we've used him. He has had a full season almost as an impact sub, and now it's time for him to develop as a starter and know how to pace himself. And so, but like obviously that hasn't worked out so far this season, especially under Eric Ten Hag. Like
you do that.
So,
but
so
again, you're
so
right.
He has to develop. He has to give it.
You are right. You are right. But you do that when your left wing and right wing are dropping stinkers week in, week out. That is when you chop and change. Amad Diallo, start of the season, had a great start. Had a goal, had an assist as well, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he had a preseason assist and a goal.
Yeah.
And he had a goal in the season as well, if I'm not wrong.
100%.
So Amad Diallo is doing well. Let the guy play. You don't have to have pace and power on both wings. You can have pace and power on one wing, and you can have fluid football on the other. That's how you dictate the game. If you need to control the ball, Amad Diallo can come in and control the ball for you. He could even come and play the 10 role, and you can switch Bruno on the right. If you like to switch things in certain ways, you can have them play fluid football in either position.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Big up to Lucky saying Casemiro, Manuel, Ugarte, Mazraoui, good solid outputs. Lissandro Martinez was okay. ATS Travels, happy Monday. Hope you're well as well. He says he got openly cussed out by Casemiro for not tracking, and his decision making was awful. So does Yale as well. Guys, I never seen Casemiro so angry. I literally was like, yes, but then when I saw it again, I was like, whoa, does Casemiro have anger management issues? Like, I like the passion, but I never ever seen him like berate, like be so animated. So, I stand with Yale on this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
when someone would be animated towards Casemiro in the upcoming games, trust me, his wife will show you the trophies again.
Okay, all right. Let us talk about the subs. Any notable subs that Amad Diallo came on, Lindelof came on, and Zexi came on. Let's have the Zexi conversation then. All right.
Yeah, Zexi conversation, guys. As I said yesterday, I'm finding it hard to defend Zexi. I need him to score some goals or assist. I need him to be more. I just need him to do something. His timing is a bit like Garnacho. His timing is shit. Sorry for my language.
Monday morning, no big deal.
It's afternoon for me. It's after 12 o'clock.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry, you don't deceive your eyes. Yeah. Welcome to the live web cameras of the best of the British seaside town resorts and seasides across the UK.
All right, Riley. We talking about Joshua Zirkzee. Big up to Professor Omo as well, by the way, who just joined us. Let's start actually, Professor. Can you lead the conversation on Zirkzee? Like, how do you judge his performance? Have you given up on Zirkzee, or do you think he needs more time?
Well, first of all, I was going to talk about the overall grade, but we'll come back to that at the end.
We'll come back to that.
Zirkzee, like I said, when we bought Zirkzee, I'm like, oh, the fan base is going to be upset. I'm not surprised. Because they went out there and bought Zirkzee. They don't know, like, Zirkzee is not who you think it is. He's not the what's this guy name in the Premier League? He's not the Isak. He's not the Erling Haaland.
He's not.
He's like a calm, composed player. Like, he's supposed to come in when the team is complete. And this year the team was supposed to be complete, but you saw how that turned out to be. So Zirkzee won't be ready for another 2 years. It is what it is.
But Omo, do you think it can be justified having a striker slower than Harry Maguire?
We had that in Wout Weghorst. Arsenal had that in Giroud. I think those type of strikers those type of strikers can happen. But then again, like, bro, he's more of a link-up player type. He's not like a runner behind. He's not a runner behind striker. So when it's time to run behind, Giroud, I'm not expecting much from him.
But Omo, you say Giroud and the other guy's name you took, right? Now the thing is, the other guy, I'm not going to speak much on him because we only saw him for 6 months. Giroud, we have seen him, and we have seen him play in teams where the wingers actually put the ball in for him to use his header. His heading ability is elite. He can use the header. He can be a good controller of the ball. How many times have we seen Zirkzee just not able to control his own feet, forget the ball in the final third?
Yeah, that happens a lot. That's Amar has a lot of work to do with him, because again, it's, out of him and Hoyland, he has a better chance of controlling the ball.
So it's kind of weird because for me, like, I think what Omo said is like, yeah, he has to come to a team that's complete, but
he's a luxury player.
Here's what I feel about him. He's actually like, I was sort of cast out yesterday when somebody asked a question saying, what is his strengths, what is his attributes, what is he good at? And I said he has decent hold up play. Of course versus Chelsea he didn't really showcase it, but I've seen him wearing a Netherlands shirt and actually looking like somebody who links other players. He puts other people on. And until we're ready to have expectations that are aligned with a player like that as a forward, then we're going to constantly be disappointed by Zirkzee. Somebody once linked him up to Firmino or compared him to.
I did.
Yeah, it was
I did not link him up. I did not compare him to Firmino. I
But
said
you
he
said
could
the
do that
profile
role.
is similar.
And
You
I said
can
he
play
could do that
Firmino.
role the
Yeah.
same way people were comparing him to Anthony Martial, right? When we were
Yes.
about to buy Xerxes, the
Yeah.
thing was said that he's like Anthony Martial. Bro, he's a shadow of the speed of Anthony Martial. I have
Yeah.
seen Anthony Martial move quick.
Yeah, the build of the players are different, but you know, you can't expect Xerxes to have the same
Yeah,
acceleration as
but
Martial. He's too what?
yeah, but like
Bro, he was
he's a
yesterday.
little
You know
bit
what?
too
You're gonna get
sluggish.
this.
It's too
You're gonna
sluggish.
get this
So
example, boss.
sluggish.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna get this example. When I saw him running with the ball, the flick that Bruno gave him, when he was running, it's a New York joke. Man was running with Timberlands.
And
Not-
I can see it. I can see
I don't
it.
think he's ready, and like he's supposed to come into a team where people play ball to feet, pass around, but we're not that. We're
yeah.
like everybody try to score your own goal, and that's how we are. And until we get to a team, he's gonna be worse and worse.
So okay. If we had to grade his cameo, I'd just say C. It's 10 minutes. I'd give him a C.
Nah.
Wait,
See
wait,
on
wait.
what?
Wait, see on what though? He had one breakaway chance, but was too slow. And also factors he played yesterday. We have to confirm those. Look back at his play style yesterday for Xerxes. I think C minus, to be truthful and
C
blatantly honest.
Bro, just a D. Do not even hype the guy with any positive shadow. Nah. Man is slower than his own shadow. Please allow
Slow,
me, fam.
so D minus at best for me, I think.
D minus from Yale as well. Okay.
Yeah, D
All right.
minus, bro. Because, bro, he had again, if that chance was just a minute earlier, Hoyland scores that.
Sure.
If not, he makes something out of it because he
Yeah.
has the pace.
Yeah.
Hoyland, after 65 minutes of playing game, can still outrun Xerxes, who's fresh.
Yeah, it looked like he was just tired from sitting on the bench. All right, let's talk Ruud van Nistelrooy. Omo, what do you think about Ruud van Nistelrooy? His lineup, his
I
substitutions.
I call Ruud van Nistelrooy an appetizer to the main meal, which is Amorim. So Ruud, I'll give him I don't know. See, he didn't play to. He was playing to not lose.
Yeah, C is great.
He gets a D from me.
I
don't know why.
think you got to look at the substitution and the start 11. I think he used substitutions just too little, too late. I think a C minus for me because of those bases.
For me, it's a D because you are the interim right now. You have seen why your first manager was sacked for the decisions he was making. The decisions he is making is no different to what Den Hag was doing. Is Amad Diallo free after Den Hag is gone? He's still caged. He's still in the same environment. Why exactly are you taking Rashford off when you know that Garnacho is not helping?
Yeah.
Ruud, learn. You need to go ahead and do better from what you have already seen. If you are not improving, I need you to improve on things that Erik ten Hag was lacking on. Play Amad Diallo on the right, either play Rashford or Garnacho, either of those two players.
Okay. No, that's
You're
a strong
making
point.
the same mistakes. And then the fact that all our players, the reports are coming out that players are very comfortable with Ruud. Get him out of here.
Yeah. We cannot talk about this game and not talk about the referee, guys.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, in both
Referee
cases,
gets a Z.
if the referee C minus F plus F plus for me.
That is funny, Riley.
No, it's not.
Just give it a Z, bro, because the guy in the first half was so much, conveniently just giving out nothing to any of these Chelsea players.
How you spell dodgy? I don't even know.
Dodgy. Dodgy.
How can you allow Colwell to scratch Hoyland's neck? I still haven't understood how that actually was allowed.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
took him down. That was the first
That-
pen we should have had.
What do you?
we should
What,
have had 2-3 pens. Two,
Mm,
three. F is too lenient. The U is beyond
graded.
beyond ungraded.
Bro, F is very lenient. Just make it Z. I'm not even kidding.
All right, all right.
Here's the thing. Yes, you have given, cards in the second half against someone like not Rude, I was about to say Rude, Ogate, right? But what about Caldwell in the first half? What was he doing in the first half? Wasn't he a mess?
But like if we had Michael Oliver being the referee, he would have sent out Martinez for that challenge on Palmer.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
He would have actually in the first half he would have sent off Caldwell as well for the challenge on Hoyland.
On Hoyland. So we kind of got away with some, but also Chelsea got away with some, and
Absolutely.
ultimately, like the refereeing, like was just not fair. It was just not what the standard that it needs to be. Charles.
And also for anyone, no. Also,
Yeah.
just to address this, if you're saying that Martinez was going to get red card, I'll be honest with you, deadly honest, PGMOL would kick in again and say, oh, we are sorry, we are overturning that red card.
Yes.
It's not a red card. Why?
Yes.
Because they already did that with Bruno.
Yes. So
wasn't the Bruno foul the same foul? It was the exact same copy of foul.
His name is Robert Jones, guys. Referee Robert Jones.
Yeah.
Just so we know his name. So all right. I think those grades are good. Big up to Chow, big up to Star Lord and everybody. Star Lord is at work listening to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And Noah as well, by the way. Noah was sending love.
Hi, Noah.
Everybody.
Big up to Noah.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way, if you're just joining. I wanna pass the mic to Omo Riley. Pardon me. We'll come to you, Riley. Omo, you had a qualm with like the grades overall. I don't know.
Yes.
What were you gonna say?
If you look at the numbers from number 9, 10, 11, 12, nah, that seed is not justified. From Bruno, Rashford, Hoyland, the C is not justified. All those are straight up D. Garnacho is the one that deserves a knee for that particular game.
How does Bruno get a D when he scored? That's the one.
It's a penalty. Don't score the penalty. You get an F. He gets a D. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're using GA to cover up the poor performance that they had.
But he created the big 2 chances as well. Why are you forgetting that?
It's not enough. You cannot just create 2 chances that call it. You cannot create 2 chances that call it a day. You need to create more. It's not enough. The whole attacking force was blank.
How many chances did Palmer create?
None.
Is there Manchester United grade or Chelsea grade? Because if we go to Chelsea, we give Cole Palmer a D as well.
But the guy actually gave you 2 big chances. One Garnacho messed up.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You can't just say 2 and that's it.
Let me correct that.
It's a 90-minute game.
Rashford, he gave 3 chances to Rashford, Garnacho, and Hoyland. If your front 3 are thick in the head to not score, how is he at fault?
Like I said, it's not. It's not enough. You cannot.
Omo, his job as a cam is to provide for the attackers, right? So he gave chances to Garnacho, he gave a chance to Rashford, he gave a chance to Xerxes.
And they all bottled it.
Yes, they did bother, but that's why I say again, you didn't create enough chance. The tempo was lost. There's sometime when the game was the way the ball came to him, and he loses the ball for no reason at all. And same thing with Rashford, same Garnacho already got to eat, so there's no need to talk about him. Same thing with Rashford, same thing with Hoyland. Like you keep on just saying that because the guy didn't say that he did this one thing, like it's not enough.
Yeah, but
as a number 10, as a number 10 is not enough. But attacking midfield is not enough. I'm looking at the whole game. I'm looking at the whole game in general. You're just looking at one piece of chance create. Okay,
I'm not looking at moments. I'm looking at the whole team in general as well. Because Omo, explain to me, you want to give Bruno a D and Rashford a D. What the hell did Rashford do in the entire 60 minutes that he was on the pitch? Go on.
He did nothing. He did nothing. He did nothing.
So one player did
He
nothing.
did nothing.
But it's comparatively correct to compare him and then put him on the same table as
So,
the player who did something.
so you want to if you want to give Bruno a D plus, go ahead. But I don't do this plus and minus. That's why I say I give all my
So
attacking
if you
forward and
average out
Bruno a
other
D.
people's opinions, it is a C.
Okay, you see how simple that is, Papi. I give Bruno a D because the reason that I said. And Haaland C plus. Okay, cool.
Okay, and then what was your assessment on Haaland? Let's hear that part.
Haaland gets a D as well. This man was losing ball left and right. Losing ball left and right and busy fighting the center back. Like, bro, just calm down, control the ball, and play.
He was only dispossessed 3 times. It's like
only dispossessed 3 times.
To understand how is he fighting? How is he fighting a centre back when he's actually facing the ball, collecting the ball, and the centre back is on his back trying to fight him? He is the only player who won you the most fouls in that game.
Didn't Bruno win the most fouls from Caicedo?
Okay, so now you want to look at one pivotal player, Caicedo. I'm giving you Colvin the entire defense. Fofana was on his ass as well.
Okay. Haaland was fouled 5 times, and Bruno was fouled 4 times. So Haaland actually won us the most fouls. Ronald is correct on this one.
Oh, okay. My math is wrong. It's not enough. Not enough. Like, bro, it's not enough. It's not because I speak the truth or something that's not enough. Okay.
So
okay,
you're just
no. You know what? Give this grade. We're gonna come back to this when Amorim comes in, and we're gonna bring this up. Let's screenshot this. We're gonna screenshot this, and we're gonna bring this back up again.
All right, there we go.
How exactly would that prove anything, Omo? What would it prove? If you could just explain, what would this prove?
No, this will just prove that this is enough for you people. So
when they come here,
and someone gets most fouled, we're gonna give them high grade. What else? What are we giving points to? Well, what are we giving points to? Because again, I already said Bruno, Rashford, Haaland, Garnacho, or Garnacho deserve that.
So with your logic, right? If I go with your logic, we did concede a goal. So why do you only have a problem from line 9 to line 11? Why not the entire team get an E? Because we conceded a goal and we did not do enough as the entire team.
If you want to grade the team, in general, we are grading individuals, and now you want to put the whole team together. That's two different things.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Because we give individual ratings for individual positions and what they did.
I see players' name here. I see players' name and I see player grade. If you're grading the whole team, let me know if you're grading the whole team so I could know I could change my grade.
What's the team grade then, Omo, for you?
The team grade is a D.
Jeez.
Yeah, I do not disagree with that. I'm okay with it.
The team grade is a D.
D.
Good enough, good enough.
No, I'll
like all this A, this minus and positive, I'm throwing it away.
Okay. What about Doctor? We're coming to you, Riley, next after Doctor. Doctor, what's your team grade, overall team grade?
Yeah, I kind of agree. As a team, the individual grades are different, but as a team, a D sounds good.
Guys, you guys are harsh. The team that's we get a point from them, and you
Papi, listen to this. We could have easily beaten them. If we had gotten away with a win, I would have given them a C.
Guys, don't
as a team,
Papi, you're looking at it before. You didn't look at what happened during the game. Before, we're most likely to lose a draw. Before, because again, they were going on a struggle trajectory while we are still in limbo. We don't know what we're doing. In that game, when things change in that game, my grade changed in that game. From most likely to draw, lose, like, oh, we should have won. That's how everybody felt after the game, like we should have won.
Yeah. For me to come out and say we should have won that thing, and we drew it now. Because honestly, fine, on Friday I was doing all the talking, rah.
Yeah.
I really thought we were gonna lose.
Wow.
But when after the game, I was like, we should have won that.
Sure.
And as a team, as a unit, as a team, individually, they are great.
Okay.
Individually, they are great. but as a teamwork, no,
No.
it's not. Something is not.
We are a team of individuals. We are a team of individuals. All we do is rely on individual brilliance here and there. I thought the individual grades will always be great, and the team grade will
Yeah.
always be worse.
In
Yeah.
this match, Chelsea also relied on an individual to bail them out, and like
Yes.
Are we? Wait, Poppy. Are we grading Chelsea? Because we could do that right now. Riley is
Riley,
here.
that's precisely what I was going to ask Riley. Okay, let's go. Really fire round on Chelsea players. All right, Riley, you can start. With Robert Sanchez, the goalkeeper.
Robert Sanchez, he conceded a penalty. Apart from that, he was great today. So I think B- for him because he gave away a penalty. But Pappy, you got to think he was busy during the game, stopping all of the chances that United had. So B- for me.
I'd give him a D, but anybody else disagree or agree on Robert Sanchez? Let's go quickly on the.
I
was a
agree.
B for.
Yeah.
I only care about two players on that team.
Okay, wait. Homo.
He gets an E, bro. Like,
Yeah,
how are you that stupid to give away the pen?
Doctor said we should grade him because he was playing for Man United. That's what he said earlier on in the show. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoyland was. Yeah, that touch. You didn't need to do that, Sanchez. Okay. Malo Gusto. Remember, Malo Gusto was.
Yellow card.
Wait, was he the same guy who got subbed off after
Riley.
Yeah.
Riley, I have a question. Because remember, I just remember, like, why is it that Cucurella is not playing?
Oh God! The reason why Cucurella was playing is because of the fact that he needed minutes as well.
Okay.
From a bench point of view,
champion. Why was Cucurella not playing?
What do you mean?
Like, why didn't Cucurella start?
Oh, it's because he was booked before the Liverpool game.
Okay.
Like he was suspended before the Liverpool game.
Okay.
So we had different fullbacks for the Liverpool game, and since then we've been playing midweek.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Midweek.
I felt like Cucurella would have given us a problem if he had started.
Not really. He wouldn't have made that much of a difference. Defensively, he would have probably helped, but going forward, he doesn't really add much.
Okay. So if you had to give him an A, B, C, or D, what would you give?
Cucurella?
No, Augusto. We're actually on Gusto. That's how we got to. Yeah. Don't overthink it. But
B minus.
B minus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even though he got subbed off.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though he got a yellow card and it was I can't remember who he fouled, but it was like a dodgy yellow card.
I mean, this game nobody really played well. Like both teams, honestly, if you think about it.
All right.
Everybody should be a B minus.
For
all the players.
Fofana, what grade?
B.
Colwell.
B.
Reece James.
B plus.
Riley, do you agree or disagree with any of those?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. All right. You had a midfield of Caicedo, Lavia.
Lavia gets a B. Caicedo gets an A minus.
Okay.
Yeah, got to go. I gotta agree with him.
All right.
What for us?
Riley, what about Cole Palmer? What do you think?
Cole Palmer, I'm gonna say C minus for his performance. He could have got the goal for us. C minus.
Palmer was not making Ugarte on the pitch and things. You still give him a C minus.
He schooled Ugarte, bro. Like Ugarte is still wondering how the ball went through his legs.
He didn't know, man. He just standing there. Where did the ball go?
And he also made Ugarte get the yellow card as well. Like Cole Palmer was actually.
He sold the yellow card for Ugarte. Yeah. It was Pedro Neto that gave Casemiro the yellow card too. Yeah, man.
Okay, Palmer C minus says Kenny Pen TV. Or what about the other guy, Madueke?
Madueke, I think a C plus.
C plus for Madueke. Yeah, he agrees with you. Okay, what about who was that? Pedro Neto.
Neto. B A B plus for me.
B plus as well, I think.
Riley's agreeing with you. Yeah, Neto cooked Dallo once or twice. And then Nicholas Jackson, who I didn't see that much on the pitch.
Nicholas Jackson gets a D, and I don't know how these guys are saying Pedro Neto gets a what? B minus?
They said
Man's a
B
C.
minus.
He had nothing apart from
They
that
said
the
B
low
plus.
foul. Yeah, apart from the low foul, what did he do? How did he impact your game? He did nothing. Zilch.
He was our best attacker all game.
Oh wow, that speaks volumes about Nicholas Jackson and Madueke in that case.
Well, why do you have to bring them in? We are talking about Neto, no?
Do you
You
remember
just said
that-
you're forward.
Do you remember the shot that was just narrowly wide, the one that was low? I think that was from Pedro Neto.
Yeah, that was Pedro Neto. It was also
That was Pedro Neto.
Yeah, it was not. It was still off the target. It did not. It was not on target. What are we doing over here? Are we creating off-target shots? Then
When
Bruno
has-
gets an A, no?
Garnacho. It was because of Pedro Neto.
Yeah.
So
Our-
what? If you're crediting offshore targets, then
No,
Bruno gets an A,
I'm just, bro. I'm not. I'm just trying to remember moments of. Well, you asked what did Pedro Neto do, and I'm just like,
no? Then that's nothing at all.
well, he made Casemiro shout at
What grade
Garnacho.
did they say Cole Palmer?
Palmer and Riley said C minus, and
C minus.
and
You're having a laugh.
Poch disagreed. You know, Poch said he said a B.
Palmer, I would give Palmer a B minus too.
B minus. Yeah. Interesting.
Wow, you guys are having a laugh. We are giving our center attacking midfielder who actually scored a pen, created 3 big chances, a D. Man wants to give him a D, and these guys are giving a B minus to a guy who did nothing.
We both fell off, says Box. Box says I should ask much about the glory days of Drogba, Robin, Anelka, Essien, Czech versus Rooney, Ronaldo, Vidic, Evra, Van der Sar. What do you gotta say about them glory days?
What about those glory days?
I don't know. It was Box was saying I should just
Can I just say something about that glory day?
Those
You don't know half of them. Relax
2012.
yourself.
Huh?
those were good times.
Those are good times. Those are
And can
before
I say-
Riley
can I
was
say
born.
something with Drogba?
Yeah.
Can I say something about Drogba, Robin, and Nelka?
Okay,
Champions League 2012 glory
All
day.
right.
I like how when he said that, he actually raised both his hands to just show people I'm not using a phone.
He's like, I got
Yeah.
this one. No chat.
I
GPT.
know.
I saw this one.
You know what? 2012, that was our glory day, beaten by Munich on their own backyard. That Champions League final.
Riley knows his stuff.
Will be
He
remembered.
does.
Hands up. That was incredible flashbacks.
How about 2008? 2008 Champions League,
Oh.
United versus Chelsea.
Glory
That-
days
that
for you
was a
lot,
game.
Man United fans. Glory days for you lot, Man United fans.
Yeah.
For us lot, we had to wait 4 years for our first Champions League trophy.
Yeah. No, that's
Who,
great.
who
right?
slipped? Who slipped in that final? Was it Terry that slipped during the penalty?
It was
Yeah, Terry slipped in the pens.
And Ronaldo missed. I remember
Ronaldo-
being so
Ronaldo-
mad.
Check
everyone
made a great save.
talks about Terry slipping. Man.
Yeah.
Check made a great save.
Oh,
They forget
and
that-
Van der Sar.
Uh,
Oh my god.
There's
And
one
Alka
thing,
missed
though.
as well. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's one thing I would like to talk about apart from like football. I don't know. I just feel like this is the right community as well where you could talk about it. I'm sure everyone is aware of what happened to Flex yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That
So-
should
oh,
not
yes.
be. That should not be part of football. That should not be part of. Like you should, and that too from a United fan, not even like a rival. Just drinking
Yeah.
alcohol and doing something. It
Yeah.
actually happened from a
A
United
United fan.
So
So
Oh,
explain
just,
to anybody that doesn't know what happened. Flex was doing an interview, right?
so Flex
post-match
was doing
thing.
his post-match interview where he just describes how he felt about the game.
Yeah.
And obviously Flex is one of the most nicest, nice guys. He's always
I've
smiling,
met
he
him
was
in
respectful
person.
to you.
So nice.
Me
So
too.
he would
He's
just
so
give you,
sweet.
he knows where he is in life. but he also knows why he's there in life. So he respects every fan who comes across to him. From what I have seen, I have not met him personally, but from people who have worked with him, and I know, like, he's a great guy. But at the end of the game, when he was doing that video of himself, the person obviously came through. And again, if you come through in a video, just, jumping, happy, joy, whatever. If you're drunk, you're drunk. She came in and she said something, and Flex allowed it. He was like, all right, she just had 1 or 2 lines to say. He allowed that, and then she goes off, but she comes back to say something. And obviously it was a racist slur.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that, she might have actually said this, she might have said that. Flex came out today and said, no, she said what she said. You guys heard it. I heard it. That is why my reaction was backward. Kudos to Flex.
And everyone around him heard it.
Yeah. Kudos to Flex to not throw the right hand and just stay calm and composed and just stood there in his position and just did the right thing. But I'm not sure if you have seen it today.
Have.
No. I'm not sure if you have seen the reaction.
Yeah.
No, not his response. The people who have responded to his. The people who have responded to his response. So Flex did a video on the United View, right?
Yes. Yeah.
3 people, from what I have seen, have responded. Benny McCarthy came in defense and said this is not acceptable. Ben Jacobs came in defense and said this is not acceptable. Harry Maguire came out and said this is not acceptable, and solidarity to him. So you see, people who know what's wrong is wrong. Yeah. So I because there were people in my mentions as well who were trying to defend the person, saying, "Oh, she might have said this, and it might be alcohol." And I was like, "Bro, alcohol just brings out your actual side."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just not acceptable. So anywhere, if you see it, people in the chat, people on the panel, if you see it, just shut it down. Don't allow it ever.
It down. And from what I understand, people have already tracked her down and found out who she is. So she's gonna get what she gets.
I knew who she was.
I wish a woman was there.
I knew who she was about 17 minutes after the video was posted.
Her job and get cancelled or what? Or because she's not a celebrity.
No, she should lose her job. She should get.
She doesn't work, bots. That's the whole thing. She doesn't work.
She doesn't have a job to fire from.
That's tough.
Let's fire her from life.
That's
Punch. You fire what you were firing in the kitchen. I know you were in the kitchen.
Yeah, he was out there in the kitchen making jollof.
Rana, this jollof is where's Doc? Where's Doc?
I'm here.
Doc.
Yeah.
We are eating Ghanaian jollof here.
Oh wow!
Oh my God! Do you know what? I should just buy myself a ticket and fly to the States right now.
Sorry for you.
Papi,
I feel sorry for you. Papi, I feel sorry for you. I was cooking Nigerian jollof now. Just enjoy your time while you're there.
I will. You see why I stayed the next
try and manage. I'll cook you Nigerian jollof.
Oh, you know what?
People who want to benefit from the NHS service.
Get out of here.
But let me ask you this, because you have done a watch along with the Chelsea fan. How far are you away from Omo? How far? What's the distance?
Actually,
like between
Omo is now an hour 45 minutes from here. Like, I should go see Omo after.
You should be doing a watch along with Omo.
Yes,
I know. Then you went and did it with Chelsea fan.
Omo and I have watched.
We did one, and I think was Emmerich 2-1 McTominay last minute header.
Yeah, we watched it together. We watched.
Lady Tech, pick up yourself.
Omo should be coming through, man.
Omo, you should come through over here.
Big up everyone. I will come through.
You've just told him that you guys have Ghanaian jollof, and he just told you that's a disappointment. Is he going to show up?
Jollof wars.
Yeah. Oh my God! Let's not start it today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What is that?
There used to be a Nigerian restaurant where I live. The woman just closed, but we like Nigerian jollof too. We don't mind, but we still.
They think
don't worry. Just marry with your Ghanaian jollof. I'll bring a pot with me. I'll drive over with my own pot and tools and utensils.
Do you know what?
Well,
I've learned.
What jollof do you prefer? What jollof do you prefer?
Me? Oh, it's who you asking, Belly Tech?
Well, NHS first, and then you after.
I'm Ghanaian, so
Ghanaian, obviously.
I'm going to say Ghanaian. I'm going to say I make a banging pot of jollof rice. Okay. I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's really good.
See, Doc, you see why you need to get that flight.
Yeah.
Riley,
there's tricks and there's very subtle tricks to making jollof. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you because
Riley,
our kitchen is very open.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Riley.
What jollof does Riley prefer?
Riley, have you had jollof before?
Riley doesn't know. He's taking him.
No,
he's going on Google. No.
No, I don't know that.
That's your next homework, Riley. You gotta find jollof. Find jollof rice. Okay. Google jollof rice near me. Okay. And then look for it, and you gotta try it, and then you let us know after you have it.
If there is any, of those rice available, I will try it. If not,
it's internet.
Riley,
you should be able to find it or order it somewhere. You know,
because jollof. Once you go jollof, you can't go back. You know,
you can go back to pilau rice. Like.
Forget the pilau rice. Oh, can I just say quickly, by the way, a stat now? According to the Athletic, listen to this.
Okay.
These referees officiating in the top flight earns roughly £1,116 per match. That's on top of their annual salary, which can fall between £73,191, £105,257, and £147,258,000. It depends on the experience and quality of the officials.
Interesting. Robert Jones shouldn't pick up his money after yesterday's poor display as a referee. This question that Box is asking is perfect because we have Professor Omo in here. Ange Ball beating Good Evening. What do you got to say about that? We saw. Spurs put Aston Villa to the sword.
The highest scorers this season.
Yeah, you guys are second.
No, third, I think. City has.
No, you have 20. You've scored 20 goals. Yeah. City have 21. Yeah. But
Spurs are scoring goals.
Omo, are you back on the Ange Ball hype?
I never left. I said Ange is fun to watch. Like, why would I not enjoy football? Like, if I'm watching Ange, I'm gonna have good fun, and that's what Ange gives.
Oh, brilliant.
That is brilliant, bro. So
as in Ange is still gonna do what's beautiful about Ange is like he's still gonna do his highline. Like one way or the other, the highline will be there. You have to be the one to be there.
That's what Barca is doing now, no?
Yeah.
Like really, if you think about it, how is that different from what Hansi Flick is doing? Have you seen that Barcelona highline?
Yes, it's kind of similar. Just that Barcelona have better quality player, and the manager just coaching the hell out of them. Because to play that highlight consistently, like Hansi Flick is just a cheat code. That manager is something else. But like Ange's like I'm gonna go highline one way or the other. And again, as in. If you realize Madison didn't want to start that game.
Well, since you guys are actually pivoting to other, we've gone from Manchester United, Chelsea to Jolo, which I'll be honest, I have never had in life. I need to have one. I've had something closer to it. I have had something closer to it, which is Hyderabadi biryani, right? That's what I can offer.
Yeah, of course. Ronald needs to stand until he's eating jollof.
No, he's in India.
I find it amazing. Whenever somebody says they've had something that looks like jollof or dairy, I find it amazing. Once you taste jollof rice and the rice is dancing in your mouth, then you know what time it is.
Because you have
and Valley Tech, I'll be honest, I did Google it just now to kind of see if there is a place that I can actually go. And I don't want to order at home. I would rather go to the place and have a proper experience than ordering it home, right? So I'm on the lookout already. I'm trying to find it. If I find some, I'll share it with my other people as well. But since
ultimate combo.
Since we are pivoting to a different conversation, there's one thing I want to talk about, which we haven't talked about. Is Arteta's position in jeopardy because Edu has left? Edu has left Arsenal.
Yes.
Their director has left.
When did Edu leave?
The guy who was persistent on getting Arteta the position he is in, because he was the one who got him from City. He left today, and he's going to the group that I think he's going to a group which manages Forest and 2 more clubs. He's going to be pivoting them or helping them build something. I don't know, but he's going to be a part of a group that manages 3 or 4 clubs. So is Arteta? This might be Arteta's last year?
This is
yes, it is last year because again, like they said that they said that they wanted to fire him and they couldn't fire him because of Edu. And another reason is what's the point? Like they said that they feel like he has too much power. I think this report came out 2021. They said that Arteta had too much power and veto power. Seemed like not veto power, but as much power. Like they couldn't tell him nothing. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. And
I think there is a report, Omo. There's also a report right now that the reason why Arteta actually signed the contract after the transfer window is because he had quoted that I would want these 3 players, Calafiori, Marino, and the other guy that he signed, right? And if he did not get the players he wanted, he would not sign the contract, the renewal contract. That is why he signed after the transfer window was done.
They felt like he had the yes man.
Yeah,
so Edu's gone.
It's about time. It's about time. Probably Arteta will be gone.
So this is the updated Premier League table from this weekend.
Oh, don't worry, I can show it right here, right?
Isn't there one more game today?
Yeah, Fulham Brentford. It's Fulham Brentford. 8 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, but Pappy, by the way, when are you going to do the results for the power predictions?
Hold on, Riley. I will do that one tomorrow after the Fulham game is done.
Good. I need to wash up. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no, anyway, we're closing up. Thank you for pulling up, Riley. Appreciate you as always. Bali Tech, I wish you were here earlier. Because we had some crazy grades, and I'm curious what you're gonna say about this. Just quick glance before we go. Do you disagree with anything?
It seems like the referee getting a U. Is there like a worse grade than a U?
That's a great one to disagree with.
I actually think he's got better marks than he should have.
Wait, what? we overgraded him. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, the U is too much for him. It's too good for him.
He failed. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was atrocious refereeing. Either way, I think for me, I look at it as a good point for Man United. Even though it feels like 2 points dropped. But anyway, big up yourself. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming in. Anybody that's tuned in and hasn't had jollof rice, let's make it. Let's change that.
Enzo Fernandez is having a crazy week. The start of the week, the man actually broke up with his wife, saying, "I want to be young," right? And now today he's posted a photograph in a Chelsea jumpsuit with United kids, United fans clicking photographs with him. What is he inciting to?
Oh, wow.
Man's having a Mazzolino of a weekend, bro.
Jeez. This one is Fernandez.
I'd rather Cole Palmer do that personally.
Wow. It's on its Instagram, bro. It's on its
That's crazy. Anyway, big up yourself, Ronald. Shout out to Doctor as well, and Professor Omo and Bali Tech. I appreciate you guys so much as always. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you haven't. And later on today. We should be doing Jarvis's Corner, so make sure you're tuned in for that. And yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy, keep cooking, fam. Keep cooking. I think the next one is PAOK, and I feel like we will be okay. Peace.
Football Power Hour.